Today we are going to see the topic factor theorem. So before going into the factor theorem, we see what is a factor. So factor is nothing but it is a number which divides the given number exactly, leaving a remainder 0. So now coming back to the factor theorem, we are going to apply the same process here. This factor theorem deals with the relationship between the factors and the zeros of this polynomial. So if p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1 and a is any real number, then we will say that x minus a is a factor of the polynomial p of x if p of a is equal to 0, which means that he has given two polynomials. So one polynomial is a linear polynomial and the other polynomial is p of x. If p of x is divided by x minus a, substituting the value of x is equal to a in p of x, we get the remainder p of a is equal to 0. So and vice versa, we get that second, if p of a is equal to 0, which means that your x minus a is a factor of p of x. 2.4, the first problem, determine which of the following polynomial has x plus 1 as a factor. So now introducing your factor theorem here, your factor theorem says that if your polynomial x plus 1 divides another polynomial, you will get the remainder as 0. So now he is asking to determine, that is to check which of the following polynomials you will have x plus 1 as a factor. So coming to the first polynomial, he has given that p of x is equal to x cube plus x squared plus x plus 1. So we are going to divide this polynomial p of x by your x plus 1. So we are calling this polynomial as g of x. So for factor, we will just equate g of x is equal to 0 as by previous method. So we will get x is equal to minus 1. By remainder theorem, by remembering the remainder theorem, we will equate g of x is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to minus 1. Substituting the value of x is equal to minus 1 in p of x, we will get p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 the whole power cube plus minus 1 the whole power square plus minus 1 plus 1. So minus to the power of cube becomes minus. So minus 1 to the power of cube becomes minus 1. Minus 1 to the power of 2 becomes plus 1. Minus into plus becomes minus 1. So plus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. So you will be having the remainder as 0. So you have x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial x cube plus polynomial is x cube minus x squared minus of 2 plus root 2 into x plus root 2. So we want to show that x plus 1 is a factor for this polynomial. So taking p of x equal to x cube minus x squared minus of 2 plus root 2x plus root 2. So now g of x, as usual, we will take this x plus 1 which is equal to 0, which implies x is equal to minus 1. Substituting the value of x is equal to minus 1 in p of x. So p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 to the power of whole cube minus of minus 1 the whole square minus of 2 plus root 2 into minus 1 plus root 2. So minus 1 to the power of cube becomes minus 1. Minus 1 to the power of 2 becomes plus 1. Already minus 1 is there. Plus into minus becomes minus 1. So now I am just seeing this minus into minus. So this becomes plus 1. So plus 1 into this bracket term. So you will get all the terms as a plus sign. So I will have plus 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. So you will have minus 1 you will have minus 2 plus 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. So plus 2 minus 2 gets cancelled. Root 2 plus root 2 you will get 2 root 2. We will get the remainder as 2 root 2 which is not equal to 0. So your x plus 1 is not a factor for this polynomial p of x. Second problem, p of x equal to x cube plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1, where g of x equal to x plus 2. Here we want to show that the same g of x is a factor of p of x. So first we are equating my g of x is equal to 0 to get the value of x. So we get the value of x as minus 2. Now I am going to substitute x is equal to p of minus 2 is equal to minus 2 the whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 the whole square plus 3 into minus 2 plus 1. So minus 2 the whole cube becomes minus 8. Minus 2 the whole square becomes plus 4. Plus 4 into plus 3 becomes plus 12. Minus 2 into plus 3 becomes minus of 6 plus 1. So now minus 8 minus 6 becomes minus 14. Plus 12 plus 1 becomes plus 13. So minus 14 plus 13, which will be getting the answer as 1, where you are not getting the remainder as 0. So g of x is not a factor of p of x. Find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of p of x, where p of x is given as x squared plus x plus k. So he was telling you that x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. You need to find the value for k. So let us take your p of x polynomial x squared plus x plus k, and g of x is equal to x minus 1. To find the value of x, I am equating to 0. We will get x is equal to plus 1. Now by the problem, we know that if you substitute x is equal to 1 in the polynomial, this polynomial becomes 0 because it is a factor. G of x is a factor of p of x. So p of 1 is equal to 1 square plus 1 plus k, where this polynomial becomes 0, k is equal to minus 2. Hence the value of this k is minus 2. Fourth problem, factorize 12x squared minus 7x plus. I am going to split up my middle term to find the value of x here. So I am going to use my PSF method. Here's product, S sum, F factors for the product. So for the product, I am going to take two values. So the first one is the coefficient of x squared and the constant. So I am going to multiply 12 into 1 here. It becomes 12, where my sum is the coefficient of x. That is, the coefficient of x is minus 7. So now I am coming to the factor. I am going to find the factors for my product 12. So I get the product factors as 3 and 4. If I add those numbers, I should get minus 7. So I am writing minus 3 and minus 4. Minus 3 minus 4 becomes minus 7. And if I multiply, I will get plus 12. So I am going to use these factors to split up my middle term. Coming to the problem, 12x squared I am writing as it is. I am going to split up the middle term, minus 7x as minus 3x minus 4x, and the last term I am writing as it is. So now I have 4 terms here. I am grouping up into 2, where I am going to take the common terms from each bracket. Here I am going to take 3x as my common term. So where my 12 has 3 into 4. So if I take 3, I will be getting 4x inside, minus of, if 3x goes, so 1 will be remaining here. coming to the next bracket, I don't have any common terms here. So I am going to take minus 1 as a common factor. So if minus goes, I will have 4x, and in plus you have 2 minus. So you will have 1 minus outside, 1 minus will be inside. So minus 1. Now you see in both the cases, you have 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1 as a common. So I am going to take this as a common factor. So the remaining will be 3x minus 1. So hence I factorized the polynomial 12x squared minus 7x plus 1 as 4x minus 1 into 3x minus 1. Subdivision, factorize 6x squared plus 5x minus 6. So I am going to find the product now. Product is coefficient of x squared with the constant. So 6 into minus 6 becomes minus of 36, where my sum is the coefficient of x. Coming to the problem, coefficient of x is plus 5. So I am going to find the factor for minus 36 such that if I add those two numbers, I should get the sum as 5. So I am taking 9 and 4. So if I add 9 and 4, I will get plus 36, but it is given minus 36. So I am taking plus 9 and minus 4. So 9 into minus 4 becomes minus 36. 9 plus of minus 4 becomes plus 5. So now I am going to use this factor to split up the middle term. Keeping the first term as it is, plus 5x, I am splitting up into plus 9x minus 4x minus 6. Grouping into 2, taking the common factor. So I will take 3x as my common factor. So 2x plus 3. Here, since it starts with minus, so I am going to take minus outside. For 4 and 6, I am taking 2 as a common factor. So I will be getting here 2x minus of, plus 3. Since minus goes outside, you will get plus here, plus 3. So you have 2 common in the bracket. So 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3, taking it outside. So I will be getting the remaining 3x minus 2. Hence I factorize. Problem, factorize x cube minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. So in the previous fourth problem, you will be having the highest power as x power 2. So we have used the middle term, splitting up of its middle term. But here you will have x power 3. So I should find the 3 factors for this polynomial. So first I have to reduce this x power 3 to x power 2. Then I have to use the splitting up middle term to find 2 more factors. So the first thing I am using now, synthetic division. You will be also using the trial and error method. So I feel that the synthetic division is very simpler for you to solve. So synthetic division is nothing but I am going to write the coefficients of each term inside this L-shaped. X cube coefficient is 1. X squared coefficient is minus 2. And x coefficient is minus 1. Constant is 0. So you can use any numbers. So first I am trying with the number 1. So always you have to write 0 here and you have to add those two numbers. 1 plus 0 becomes 1. Now I am going to multiply 1 into 1. See here, I am added this 2 number. I get the result as 1. I am going to multiply now. 1 into 1 becomes 1. I am going to use that product here. 1. Now adding this 2. Minus 2 plus 1 becomes minus 1. Now I am going to make the product minus 1 into 1 becomes minus 1. I am going to write this for the third case. Now adding this minus 1 of minus 1 becomes minus 2. Now I am multiplying minus 2 into 1. It becomes minus 2. I am going to put this for the fourth case. Now I got minus plus 2 minus 2 where my remainder is 0. So I got this 1 as one of my factor for this polynomial. Reduced this cubic polynomial to a quadratic polynomial where this 1 is the coefficient of x squared, minus 1 is the coefficient of x, and minus 2 is the constant number. So I am going to write this quadratic minus x minus 2. Now I am going to factorize this polynomial to get two more factors. So splitting up of the middle term using my PSF method, where a product is the coefficient of x squared with the constant. 1 into minus 2 becomes minus 2. Sum is nothing but coefficient of your x, which is minus 1. So factors for the product is, so here the product is minus 2. I am taking this as minus 2 and 1. If I multiply minus 2 into 1, I will get the product as minus 2. If I add minus 2 plus 1, I will get minus 1. Using these factors, I am going to split up the middle term. X squared, where my middle term has been split up as minus 2x plus 1x, writing the last number as it is. So 4 terms grouping into 2. In the first bracket, I am taking x as commonly outside. So I will have here x minus 2, and here I see there are no common terms. So I am going to take plus 1 as a common factor. So remaining is x minus 2. See, always you should get the common expressions x minus 2 and x minus 2. So you will be getting here in this x minus 2 and x minus 2 are equal. So taking this x minus 2 as a common, so we will be having x plus 1. So I have factorized my quadratic polynomial as x minus 2 and x plus 1. Thus I got the factors for this x cube minus 2x squared minus x plus 2, which is equal to, see, already using synthetic division, I got 1 as one of the factor. So I am writing in x minus 1 and 2 factors as x minus 2 and x plus 1. Thus I factorize the cubic polynomial into 3 factors.